There's no point in mucking about.
Woo! Alright, so... what better way to celebrate after Christmas than by playing a game that is deeply Australian? That sounds right? So this is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It was a game that I actually played a lot when I was, a kid.
Why don't you have another go, you mug?
And really enjoyed it. It's got some problems that 2002 platformers tend to have, but it's still really fun. But when I say it's deeply Australian, I mean it's very, very deeply Australian.
You took your time, mate.
And,
now listen to this.
You're probably not going to understand half of the dialogue in this, so... we're actually going to start a new game. You can see my normal file here. We're going to go ahead and start a new game. I will say one thing is it's a little loud. I will turn it down afterwards. The thing about it is that the pre-rendered cutscenes do not have subtitles. And the game opens with a pre-rendered cutscene. So I'll leave it kind of loud, and then when that cutscene is over, I'll turn it down a little bit. But to say it real quickly is, I'm not going to 100% this game. And that's not because I don't like it, or because I'm not capable of it, it's because there's a collectible that's... to put it as simply as I can, there's like over 400 of them, and they're in invisible blocks throughout every single level, including the hub level. It's not really fun to try to hunt all those down, and they give you a bonus level, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't have any kind of plot or relation to anything. So if I get it on my private file, I'll go ahead and show the bonus level off, but I'm not going to be getting all those. Just nuts to that. So let's get started. And that means the game is auto-saving, so... I will be getting everything else in the game. I'll be getting all of the basic collectibles. I'm just not gonna get the, like, concept art hidden in invisible blocks.
Okay, Ty, I'm in. Catch me if you can. Don't move, mate. I'll get help.
Don't be afraid, Ty. I am Nandu Gilly, the Bunyip Elder.
G'day, mate.
It's time you knew the truth. Years ago, a great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
Yeah, Tasmanian tigers kind of have that. You get used to it.
Dinosaur ancestors were here first, you stinking furry mammal opportunists! Remember the comet!
It's meant to be an 8 thing, I think.
No! You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain! Now! Now to restore the natural order once and for all. Ah! Oh my head! Never, never, never!
brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs. It's up to you to find the talismans before he does.
It's up to me to save my family.
Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
Murray? Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. I was playing in the forest when the ground
Get out of
suddenly...
the cave
and that's
first,
when
Ty.
you showed up. Rude!
Sounds like you've got a fair dinkum adventure ahead of you, mate. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I'd much rather be at home watching the footy. But I tell you what, you do the adventuring and I'll help you out where I can. Welcome to Rainbow Cliffs, mate. By the way, whenever you see one of these signs, I won't be far away. I've heard that if you press the action button, you can talk to me, whatever that means. Okay, now let's get down to brass tacks. If you're gonna be out adventuring, then you'll need another boomerang. And I know just the place to find one. Head down to BILBY Station. I'll meet you there.
Okay, so to recap, that dude named Boss Cass, which I believe stands for Cassowary, did something with what looked like 5 talismans, I believe they call them. I think he just said it, but I don't know for sure. Actually, let me go ahead and turn it down before I start talking. Also, speaking of invisible blocks you may have heard me mention, there's one directly up there. Actually, I don't know if we can get it. We can. And it draws a picture frame, which just gives you concept art. Can you hear me alright now? I probably should have made sure of that first before I said that, but okay, so basically what we know is that dude named Boss Cass, who is probably a cassowary, used the talisman in this area here to do something. We don't really know what he did or why he did it, but it drew, I believe, almost the entirety of the Tasmanian tiger race into what the Bunyip Elder called the Dreaming. So they're not here. Oh no, don't worry, this is not Marine. People in this game are actually competent and likable and not whiny and not pains in the butt. So this is nothing like Marine. But yeah, so Boss Cass got rid of all the Tasmanian tigers except for Ty that we know of. The implication that I'd always took is that they took all of them but the very tiny little ones, and there weren't very many children at that time. Ty may have been the only one, we don't know for sure. But, so they're gone, and we got a problem. So we gotta try to figure out how to fix it. Murray there is gonna help us by being our little tutorial Navi, only he's significantly less annoying than Navi is. And the other person is
Julius. Now, if I just reroute these wires to... I said g'day, mate. Are you deaf?
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just making some last-minute adjustments. Well, you must be Ty.
G'day. So, you old coot. What's this contraption do?
This contraption is the key to finding the talismans. Why is this so? It's quite simple, really.
What is on the computer
It uses
screen?
an oscillatory microfeeder to scan for trace energy signals that match the unique power matrix of the talismans.
Huh?
Like a big nose that sniffs them out.
Oh.
Ah. And thunder eggs are the key to powering the machine.
Thunder eggs? Oh, they're as rare as hen's teeth, mate.
No, they're not.
Couldn't you just use batteries?
They're not at all.
If only it was that easy. You see, this machine doesn't just find where the talismans are, it actually teleports them here.
Struck me lucky.
And that, my friends, requires a great deal of energy.
So, how is Ty here gonna find all these thunder eggs?
Yeah, I was just wondering that myself.
A reasonable question. I've created these portals to lead Ty to areas rich with them. Of course, they won't just be lying all over the place.
Just our luck.
A lot of them will have already been found. The trick will be convincing the locals to part with their prized possessions. But I'm afraid I can't help you with that. If you're as resourceful as they say, Ty, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Righto, Ty, there's no point in mucking about. You've got to find a second boomerang. I'll see you in 2-up.
Alright, so this is Julius. He's our, for lack of a better term, our techie dude. You'll see what I mean a little later. So what is actually on this computer screen? Happy blast of energy can do exceed it, and that's really all I can make out. Incidentally, you'll hear me saying things like this is like this other game, like the Thunder Eggs are like the orbs in Spyro sort of thing. This isn't a criticism, it's just to compare it to something that you might actually know. So unlike other games, you don't immediately go in when you approach the portal, you have to actually hit Y. That makes it actually safe to kind of move around portals.
This billabong has got the lot. Gum trees, wallabies, and even a koala. There's plenty to do here, so let's get a move on.
So let's talk collectibles. I'll actually explain each collectible as we come across it. But there are 3 main collectibles in this game. Technically 4.
Listen, mate,
Also,
I
Murray's gonna
solved
talk
your
to us a lot.
problem. I found you a second boomerang.
That's great. Where is it?
See that tree over there?
Yeah?
Well, it's not there.
Right. Well, where is it?
It's on top of Frillneck Peak.
Oh, great.
No, don't worry. You'll just have to jump, run, brang, and bite your way there while avoiding Boss Cass's henchmen. Look, mate, life wasn't meant to be easy.
Also, despite Ty's perma-scowl, he's actually quite a sweet character. A little dim, but not bad. So the first thing you want to do in any level when you get control is turn around, because there's usually stuff behind your starting point. The first collectible we have are opals. There are 300 of these in each level, and you'll get a Thunder Egg when you collect all 300. Pretty easy. Those are the Thunder Eggs themselves.
Beauty! Butler! Bonza! I got one!
Yeah. 1 down, 71 to go. Come on, let's get a move on.
How Murray knows that, I don't know. But, these are the Thunder Eggs themselves. Spoiler alert, Thunder Eggs are not actually Thunder alignment. The ones we're going to be collecting for this first section are Fire Thunder Eggs.
I reckon those dummies are a complete waste of space. Only last week I used one, walked 2 blocks, was clobbered by a frill, and then woke up back on the dunny, which was the best place to be given the surprise I got. Julius reckons it's got something to do with the space-time conundrum. But if you ask me, I think it's a load of bull dust.
So, you're saying that if I have an accident, I'll end up back at one of these?
Something like that.
So our checkpoints are unfortunately outhouses, but it's not too bad, so it doesn't bother me much. Yeah, it's a respawn point. If you die, you appear right back in there. Except in boss fights, except in boss fights, because if you die in a boss fight, you just respawn in the center of the arena immediately. It doesn't even reset the boss's health. Yeah, so we have opals. There are 300 in each level.
Truth time! You've got a fair set of choppers on you.
Let me talk, Murray.
I reckon you could put them to good use by pressing the bite button. Get it? Choppers, bite button. Never mind, Ty, move on. Have a go at those crates.
I don't know why, but I love those little asides. Never mind, time move on. So first for attacks, you have the boomerang. When we get the second one, we'll be able to throw them in succession, and you have the bite. There are some things that the boomerang will not be able to destroy, and you'll have to use the bite to destroy it. And Ty can kind of homing attack chain his bites together. But what I was saying before is for collectibles, there are 300 opals in each stage, and there are 8 thunder eggs in each stage. One of those thunder eggs is for collecting 300 opals. Another thunder egg is for finding 5 of the other collectible, which we will see shortly, and the rest you just have to find in the levels.
Now, I was speaking to a bloke down the local watering hole, and he reckons you can use your rangs to take care of enemies and smash things. Shoe Ripper! He said something, now wait a minute, he said something about pressing the throw button to use them.
Also, these are the frills, those are basic enemies. Taking baskets can have either power up or health. I don't really know what determines it. Also, one thing you always want to do is look behind stuff. There's nothing behind this waterfall, but this game is really fond of hiding things where you can't see them. Also, over there, you can see the other collectible. Those are called the gears. We'll have to deal with that later because we can't actually reach that right now. And up here is the final collectible of the game.
Oh no, not more cages.
Struth! What happened here?
Boss Cass did this. He's caged all your BILBY mates and hidden them across the land.
Oh, yeah? Well, big mistake. No one messes with my mates.
Now there's a thunder egg in each area if you free them.
Also, no,
No
Boss Cass
worries.
was not joking about
Unless
the
you're
dinosaur
Boss
thing.
Cass.
He is totally serious about the dinosaur thing. So, the BILBY cages. Those are one of the things that your boomerang doesn't work on. So you gotta bite them. The BILBY gives you a little dance and then goes away. So on that note, I can show this. Now you can see there are 8 thunder eggs. You can see there's 10 gears, 300 opals, 5 BILBYs, and that is consistent throughout every stage in the game. The picture frames are different for each level, but like I said, I'm not gonna bother. So, that's really all you need to know is we're finding 300 opals, 10 gears, 5 BILBYs, and the other 6 thunder eggs. Also, the map actually shows you areas of interest where you can find the starting for thunder eggs, and the clock I'll talk about a little later. Also, I will be talking to all of Murray's spots, because he's generally got some funny dialogue.
You young'uns, have it easy these days. If you want to get a better look at your surroundings, just wiggle your camera stick. And you can adjust the camera distance by pressing the camera distance button. In my day, we had to get off our backsides if we wanted to see the world.
Also, each of the BILBYs has a different type of dance. So one important thing to keep in mind here, Ty can't swim. He actually won't be hurt by going into the water. You can be in the water as long as you please, but he can't swim. Also, he can't jump very high out of the water. Here's what I meant by them liking to hide things behind waterfalls. He just kind of splashes in the water. As you can probably guess from how crystal clear the water looks and the fact we don't instantly die, we will be getting a way to swim later, but not right now.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard about this bloke who found 300 opals, then took them to Julius's opal machine. Anyway, something weird happened, and he ended up with a thunder egg.
Righto.
So there's just our talk about thunder eggs. And there's nothing up here, but it does give you a little view where you came from. In this level, there's actually nothing that is out of reach that we need. Because we can't swim. They're nice like that. So I don't really know what the point of this cutscene is. I don't know what these things are. Or what they're meant to be, like, allegiance-wise. It doesn't say. They just kind of menace you and Ty growls. The only thing of note is that they take 2 boomerang hits to go down. I think they're meant to be kangaroos. Ty's got some pretty big thumbers. This up here is a demonstration of what I told you before. The fact that he can chain jump via his bite. They look like kangaroos to me, but I'll take your word for it. I don't really know much anything about Australian animals. Also, yeah, the frills will try to ambush you using the camera, so try to be alert on that. Also, one neat thing with the bite, you can do it with anything. And there's the mom's dance. You can actually chain bite through bosses if you do it right. Much like that. It's only when Ty's feet touch the ground that the chain stops. Also, the boomerangs tend to have sort of an auto-aim element. It's a little bit finicky, but it's usually fairly reliable. It's a little bit more dangerous than just one boomerang because we don't have a way to attack a second time if we miss.
Yes. This just might do.
G'day, Julius.
Oh, hello, Ty. You know this golden cog just might be perfect for my latest invention. The Cogulacious Boomerangulus Extrapolator.
Right, what's that?
Why, it's a machine that creates experimental techno-rangs. I need golden cogs to build a new one, 15 to be exact. And if you find enough, bring them to my lab in Rainbow Cliffs and I'll build you a new boomerang.
You're on, mate.
Yeah, Julius is a little confusing. The short answer is if we bring him golden cogs, he'll make new boomerangs for us, which is good. The boomerangs that Julius will make via the golden cogs are optional. Every boomerang that is required to finish the game, you will get after an area's boss fight. The ones that you get from Julius for the cogs are not required for anything, but they are incredibly helpful. And you'll be seeing that a little later. Also, one thing Ty can do that a lot of others can't, he can actually latch to ledges. This gives you a little bit more leeway on a lot of jumps. Also, that's another area we need to get to that we can't yet, so we'll have to come back. Behind this waterfall, but there is a building behind this pillar. That one actually stumped me for a bit. It took me about 10 minutes-ish to do my first time through to try to find it.
Julius told me to tell you this, but I have no idea what it means. Apparently, according to Julius, you can lock your camera on to enemies at any time by pressing and holding the lock-on button.
It's... Oh, hello! That's what I mean by, enemies using the camera against you sometimes. I've actually never had it, ambush me on the ledge like that before. That was new. You can see how Ty's health works. He's got, double the... It goes down in, 8ths instead of 4ths, so he's got twice as much health as it looks like he has. You see, that's a magnet, which doesn't do things. It attracts people to you. Yeah, that was... I've never had that happen before. That was new. The magnet lasts for a decent amount of time. Some of the little spin frills do when you hit him with the boomerang. Also, one other nice thing Ty can do, he can actually latch to a ledge out of a water jump. So even if he's floundering, he can get around pretty easily. Already at 238 opals, and we're at 6 gears. Being the tutorial levels, it really isn't all that difficult. Just kind of make sure you're looking everywhere. Now, crocodiles. They look tough, but they die in 3 hits. And nothing respawns in this game. Once you kill it, it stays dead. So there's no reason not to clear enemies out when you can.
Well, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. You actually found the second boomerang.
Told us where it was.
Well, there's no time to sit around and feel all pleased with yourself. You're gonna have to put that new rang to use. You see, I had a thunder egg I was gonna give you, but a bunch of frills stole it. You'll have to take them all on to get it back.
So yeah, we now have another boomerang. What does that do for us? The first thing it allows you to throw 2 at a time. You can throw them both immediately, or you can stagger them. It's really up to you. I'll put this pie. It heals our health. I don't really know why pie heals our health. It just kinda does. Helper. Ty appreciates you very much. That is the other thing we can do, by the way. Boomerangs, we can now glide. So he'll shake himself off out of water. And that was an extra life, obviously. Yeah, with 2 boomerangs, we can now glide. The gliding, as you can see, is very not great. Ty does not go very far with the gliding, and he falls very quickly. But it still gives us some extra movement.
Well, it looks like today wasn't a complete waste of time. You seem to have learnt a thing or two.
Oh, yeah, you're too right.
You know, there's one other thing I could show you, but I don't know if you're ready for it yet.
Yeah? Well, what's that?
Well, a mate of mine who knows a mate who knows a mate who knows another mate says you can use 2 boomerangs to glide long distances.
How?
It's simple, really. You jump, then press and hold jump again to start gliding.
Right. Is that safe?
Safe as houses, mate.
I don't know what that means.
See if you can glide across this gap to reach that thunder egg.
Also, there's no need to fall. There's actually nothing down here, for once. And like I said, since Ty can latch to the sides, he's a bit more
Look at that.
range.
Me mate's mate was telling the truth after all. Just as well I didn't call for an ambulance. Well,
Thanks.
lad, you made it through with flying colours. And as a little extra bonus, a stopwatch will appear near the start.
Okay. What's that for?
The racetrack. You can race the clock to win another thunder egg.
Right. I'll give that a go later.
Well, that's enough gas bagging from me. Let's head back to the BILBY station.
So yep, there are 5 thunder eggs in the level. One you get from the time trial, one you get from 300 opals, and then one you get from all 5 BILBYs.
See these funny-looking mushrooms? A bloke down at the local watering hole reckons that if you stand in the middle of them, something weird will happen.
Also, yeah, I don't know what safest houses mean. But like before, you have to actively exit the level so you can't stumble into it. So here's where we turn the opals. We don't really have all of them. So what do you do about that? What happens if we stand in here? Back to the start of the level. It's not always the immediate start of the level, but the mushrooms will take you back and forth. There are always shortcuts once you reach the end of the level, in case you need to retraverse it. Let's take a look at this time trial.
Welcome to the track. Race to the finish as fast as you can, mate. The checkpoints will lead the way. But miss one and the race is over. Good luck!
This is just to get us generally used to it. The races will have either a specific time you have to beat, which you can see is 38 seconds for this one, or they will have a specific character that you have to beat. And just, your goal is just to hit all of the rings and get to the goal while beating either the character or the assigned time. If you do that, you get a Thunder Egg. Simple in concept, less so in execution.
That was a ripper of a race, Ty. You're faster than a long-legged emu with a case of the bellyaches. Case of the bellyaches. I reckon you've earned this. Whoa, you beauty!
Also, as you saw, it's not the entire level you're in. It just gives you a small segment of the level to get through. So they're usually not really that long. Now that we have these, see about doing those things we had to pass by the first time. Because we are still missing 2 Bilbys and a couple Thunder Eggs. Well, 1 Thunder Egg. Steer here. I'm not sure if this is the intended way to get it, but that is the best way I've found to deal with it. Is to hit the lip of the waterfall and then jump and glide again. You have to actually jump while you're on the thing. It's a little easier said than done. That also works. So that's one down. Now we just gotta move until we get to another area that we missed before. So that's interesting. I didn't actually know that. There are at least a couple more areas I need to glide to. Where are they? Yeah, you can re-tag any checkpoint in case you're doing something in that area. Quite nice. Even with Ty grabbing the ledge, you can see that a lot of these glides are really precise from how fast he drops. And we have an entire area here. Gear? Start off by walking over here. Nice black of swing butt out of the water. The water you can only get up on small platforms. You can't actually can't actually climb up on taller platforms. So this is a thing. This is not explained. It just kind of exists. There's a fun thing you can do with it. If you get up
Wasn't
here,
a half bad effort, Ty. I reckon with a little more practice, you'll get there. Cool!
Corrupts the cutscene a bit. Yeah, I don't really know what this is. So it's very shiny. There's a building around here. Grandma. Boxes usually hold 4 or 6 opals. I'm missing one somewhere. It's like a giant yeti to me. Okay, you see what I mean here about the autoplay being a little finicky at times. If they're close, it seems to be perfect, but if they're a little further out, the game seems to get a little confused as to what you want to hit. Also, the other hint that Ty will be able to learn to swim. In fact, there's a cave down there. That, however, is the last gear of the level. And we just need to find one more Bilby, I believe, and one more Thunder Egg. Or Opal, rather. We have missed a Bilby and we have missed an Opal somewhere. Being the type of collectathon it is, it's actually very easy to miss things if you're not careful. Which is unfortunate, but it means you still looking around. So we're gonna take kind of a little stroll around the area, so we can figure out where I've missed these things. If you see something shining out of the corner of your eye, let me know. Unfortunately, unlike the Jinjos, the Bilbies don't make a sound when you get close to them. You have to physically see them. There's nothing here. So I need to go back again and take another run through it. Luckily the opals are fairly distinct, so it's not very hard to see them. You just kind of have to get to the right area. So unlike, say, Mario coins, they stay collected when you find them. I'm really sure anyway. Yeah, they do. Where's this last little opal I missed? Here. Funny because that one behind the pillar, like I said, was the woman I was searching for a while. I found the one I'm missing on my first run through when I first did this, and now I don't know where it is. Ha! Okay. How do I get up there? Yeah, Ty's default jump. It's kind of hard to get used to just how high Ty can jump inherently. So there's the last BILBY. Question is, where's the last opal? I am not sure. Aha! There you are, you sneaky little bugger. Now we can just run our butt back to the other level. That, by the way, is why you might see me kind of stop to look around after I break a box to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Because it's really easy to just completely forget. See the camera adjustment there. Yeah, you got pretty big paws, and leaving behind paw prints the whole way. And now that we've got all the opals, we can turn them in here. And that gives us 300 opals, 10 gears, 8 thunder eggs, and 5 BILBYs. So that is that level 100%ed. And we may now leave.
I found it! I found it!
Let me see that. At last, a mystic talisman. It's time to move out. We got 4 more talismans to find. You there, fetch my bags. Soon unimaginable power will be mine. Mine.
I find it ironic that the first time he did it and now, it's the Tasmanian tiger. The Tasmanian tiger talisman that he finds. So the very next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to go into this level, Shipwrecks. It's one of the levels I don't like all that much, but it's kind of a very important level to get through, because it teaches us how to swim.
Welcome to the Great Barrier Reef, full of beautiful fish, friendly natives, and inviting sandy beaches. It's a beaut spot for a swim if you know how.
There's something down in there. But, you know, being an unable to swim, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here and we're gonna grab these opals first. I missed that one. Doing so good until then, too. So let's go talk to Rex.
Ty, mate, good to see you again.
G'day, Rex. You saved anyone today?
Funny you should say that. Elle went for a bit of a swim out near Danger Spike.
Danger Spike? Where's that, Rex?
It's a nice little spot, not too far from Shark Reef.
Neither of those sound nice.
Well, anyway, she's an excellent swimmer, but she hasn't come home yet. I'm starting to get a bit worried.
Struth.
I'm on lifeguard duty, so could you have a look for me?
Well, I would, mate, but I can't swim.
Tell you what, I'll teach you. Follow me. When you're in water, press the bite button to dive, then tap the jump button to start swimming.
Okay. Wish me luck.
By the way, those boomerangs of yours won't work underwater, but I got a prezi for you that'll fix that. These are aquarangs. I found them in an old shipwreck years ago. They cut through water like a hot knife through butter. If you can dive under the water and grab them, well, then they're all yours.
So yeah, we can swim now. The first thing you want to do is you want to come up here and you want to get these aqua rings, so you are going to need it. So now when you go into water, Ty will swim properly. If you press bite, you will go underwater.
Good one! The aqua rings work like regular boomerangs, but you can only use them underwater. Oh, and one other thing. You're not a fish, mate, so keep an eye on your air supply.
Yeah, thanks, Rex.
It kind of works like
Use the aqua ring to hit this switch. It'll open the shark door so you can be on your way.
Sweet.
It kind of looks like Mario, where if we get hit underwater, we just lose air supply. So you press A once and hold to do a very slow swim. Press A second time and hold to do a faster swim. And press A third time and hold to do his fastest swim. If you tap A 3 times and then hold while diving underwater, you will immediately go into Ty's fastest swim. Which I will show once I get this game. Now the reason I don't like this level is that it's very spread out. It's a little hard to tell from here, but there's not really anything there's not a linear path like there was in the past level, and like there tends to be in other levels. It's very, very spread out. Also, there is falling damage in this game, but Ty doesn't take it unless you fall a significant amount. But the kind of spread outness of the level means it's a little hard to keep track of where you've been, like if you're missing.
Great work, Ty. You've learned how to swim and use those aqua rings. With a bit of practice, you'll be a champion swimmer just like me.
You beauty.
This is my good mate. She'll show you the way to danger, Spike. Good luck, mate.
Luckily, I
Hey, Ty,
should remember where everything
you
is.
can swim faster by tapping the jump button to gain speed. Let's go find out.
I distinctly remember where 6 opals Irish are. We'll start out by going along this very clear path the opals are making for us. Just trust me when I say you want to do this. Also, yes, those are mines. And yes, they are sentient. They will float toward you. Those are frozen in the water there. They will shoot harpoons at you. Get all the opals up until...
Careful,
here.
Ty! These eels look pretty nasty!
So, this is the way to Danger Spike, and it is one single linear contained area. So when you've got all of the opals leading to that, you can now go around and explore elsewhere. Because it's actually very easy to miss one in a line of those opals if you don't get them right away. Also, this is, as you can probably guess, a spot where Ty can rest or replenish his air. Which isn't too necessary in this area, but it's to train you for later areas. Also, there are barracudas, which are very unfriendly, but these big things are pretty harmless. If you walk in front of their mouth, they'll swallow Ty up, but they spit him back out after a minute, and it doesn't do any actual damage. It can do some air damage, but that's really about it. They're pretty big softies. So no, I didn't miss an opal. The lines are just leading into the Shark Reef area. So yeah, so now that we've cleared all that out, it's time to go around exploring. First is the gear here. Second is Maverick here. What's he up to? I picked up opals from the boxes. The opals, you mean? Or the gears? Yeah, for the big fish, you can avoid getting grabbed by them just going slightly under them. So here is an offshoot into another section, which we're not going to do just yet. I always prefer to clear this entire main center section out before anything else. Oh, missed you, buddy. Also, you can't jump over that. You have to actually find ways underneath pillars like that. Plus pillars or barriers. Okay, you can see the mines are actively floating towards Ty. Something they don't seem to actually hurt if they touch you, only if they explode on you. Also, when the frills pull up like that, they're dead. Also, you want to try to make sure to come here. These were the 6 opals I missed, and I spent like 20 minutes exploring this area, trying to find them before I finally stumbled across them. Because they're kind of hidden in this little spot here. Also, that is a barracuda. That is the fish that is not nice to tie. You want to kill those as well. Okay, seeing a shiny above. They'll be getting in just a second. There's a couple of nasty things I want to clear out down here. Yep. Let's see, where's it starting? Right here, I think. Yep. That is actually one of the, I think the main things you have to learn about this game is just how high Ty can jump on his own. It's higher than even Mario, it feels like, so. See, there's some opals over here. So here. We run these frills sunbathing for profit. But they're evil anyway, so who cares? I said feels like, not necessarily factually is. So that shark gate leads back to the starting area. But I believe we have thoroughly cleaned out the starting area, but for the one little section of over here. So there is here. A little hard to get because of the way Ty swims, but not too bad. I think he just learned how to swim today. Whoa, whoa! He can be a little slippery sometimes. Especially when the camera is turning around like that. That's not me. The camera was doing that itself. I think we need to dive into that. It doesn't look like there's anything here. Well, anyway, we've now pretty much cleared out this upper area, so let's go find one of these tunnels. More frills to kill first. The main problem I have with losing health or air in this game is just the really obscuring 3 giant glowy balls. Make it kind of hard to see. I'm gonna slip down here. matter where you come up on this part. Both sections lead to the same area. So, you can come up earlier or later depending on how you want to keep how long you want to keep Ty swimming. Also, like the crab, these are the same crabs as before. You gotta bite him to kill him. And you can't do it from the front, not while they're guarding at least. And we get Granny. You see there's another invisible box right there. There was also 2 on Rex's house, but first thing we're gonna deal with is these floating ones, which is actually kind of fun. How do you think you get up there? You have to stand right on top of here and glide to your wooden platform. Make sure to glide, because if you just fall, you'll take falling damage. That's high enough to actually hurt Ty. So we gotta ride this for a little bit. Slowly. Oh, don't play around, don't fall off. That kind of has a weird tiptoe. Rather than have to wait for a full other cycle, I'm just gonna glide to this one. I can't grab these, thankfully. It's a little wonky whether or not he'll grab it, but he can grab it. And that's another gear down. Also, you can see the way into the next area down there. Mostly just whatever these are here. They really aren't crabs. I can't really tell. There's a lot of those. So this brown stuff looks interesting, right? Well, it's quicksand. And to retreat a bit more, Ty will sink into this, and if you don't get him out of it before he fully sinks, he'll start taking breath damage, and when the breath damage is over, he'll die. Check to make sure there's nothing here. Extra life, no kidding. Maybe because this next session coming was actually a little hard. The Ty can be a little slippery. Sometimes. So for these, you can just easily avoid them by staying on the white parts. It has to be fully brown for Ty to start sinking. Otherwise, it's not deep enough to really cause him any kind of problems. So, oops, look at that. We have to go a path through the quicksand. Now, you can see to the right, there is a little strip that you can go across to get to the next area without crossing it. But when you get to the area behind that, there's not. So what do? Well, actually... get the coconuts. And this is what I meant by it being a little tricky sometimes. The coconuts are sinking, so you have to be quick across them. sink all the way, they just regrow. And if you're calm and quick, it's not really all that hard to get across. Keywords there are calm and quick, though. Because it can be a little hard to be calm when what you're standing on is sinking. And that happens sometimes as well. Ty can clip the edge and get a little stuck. Luckily, it is slightly glitchy in that if you hit even an edge at the right angle, Ty will just kind of pop back up on top of it. And there's that Thunder Egg. And luckily, you can just leap off and come over here. You don't have to lift the hooks again. It's a little nerve-wracking, I won't lie. But we are now done with this section up here, which means we're going to come over here and go into the other upper section. That's the way out. I'll go through here. Camera. There we go. I do like the way the level looks, it's just kind of a pain to navigate. So of course, first order of business when coming into a new area is to clear out all the hostiles so they don't bother you while you're trying to find things. And here's the second ship. That's probably where Rex found the Aquarangs. It's the only sunken ship here. So make sure to turn over here and grab these. These are also very easy to miss. Now there are more up that way, but first we're going to deal with this wrecked ship here. So it's actually kind of hard to see, but if you come up over here, there's a gap that Ty can peek through. The Thunder Egg we can't get it. What we do is hit that with an Aquaring. Now we'll open the door. It's over here. And you can just roll up and grab the Thunder Egg. It is not, as far as I'm aware, on a timer. Once you get it, it's hit. You just have to make sure you hit it, because I hit it once and... I thought I hit it once and I hadn't actually hit it. The door wasn't open and I was very confused. So grab those, hop up here. Hop up here and you find another gear. And we can leisurely glide over here. And get another piece of pie. Up here, up here. And if you look down from here, hey, it's the quicksand area. But it's the start of the quicksand area, so you can't try to be smart and skip it by going up around. Come on over this way. And get the third BILBY. And then we're going to go up this way instead. Because there's stuff up here. So there's a Thunder Egg and an actual nest. I sure hope these aren't actual bird eggs. That would be pretty awkward. And you can turn around behind guarantee you 3 crates here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And that is actually all that's here as well. So that we're done with here, we can just glide down here. And head on back into the main area. And now we can actually properly go past those eels. If this is a rock egg, where's the baby? Where's the baby rock? Eels are right over here, so...
Follow me!
They'll stick out and try to bite Ty, but they're not too hard to dodge if you stay dead on top of the opals.
Stay out of the way of those sharks! They're big meanies! Press the action button to swim into the cage. Press the action button again to swim out.
So the thing with the sharks is not necessarily that they're super dangerous. They certainly are. Taking a bite will drop Ty's air meter in AIDS, but taking damage from anything underwater drops it in AIDS. No, the main problem with them is that they will disorientate you. Because when they bite Ty, he gets spun around in circles. The other problem is in this area is there's a lot of opals in the shark cages, as you can see. So you have to make sure to hit every shark cage, except for that one. That one on the far distance there, you can see. That's a trap. There's not an opal in there, and there's nothing actually over there. Up here as well. Carefully up here. Sharks don't really take much interest once we're up here. Up here or in that area over there, the sharks kind of don't care. And of course your target. Your target is buttoned open the shark cage. Oh, that was a glitch. Just as me being me, I want to kill these frills. So. If you actually hug the wall at the right angle, you can swim this entire area past the sharks. I'm not really sure how, but I've done it once before. It's like before. Grab the opals in the line so you don't accidentally leave one of these. Then go explore the water. This button actually lowers these platforms, which if I had not hit that, they would have been way too high for Ty to get up to, so I wouldn't have been able to get up to this gear. I just was a bit too efficient, didn't show that. Also, like basically every other game, water is soft water. Ty will not take damage if he falls into it, no matter how high he fell from. Yeah, there's certainly not really a whole lot in this area to look at. Needs that silly surface tension. There are two major sections we want to go to. We're going to go to here. It says Julius's opal machine. Also a couple boxes of opals. And another gear. Which we'll grab. The thing you want to do is you want to make sure to go around the back of this island before you start scaling it. Well, not necessarily before you start scaling it, but at some point. Because as you can see right there, there's a building here. gotta make sure you free him. So now that we've had those two, we can start scaling this cliff. See if the last BILBY and the last opals we need are here. Hey there, buddy. It's actually kind of hard to hit the frills with your bite attack because they'll jump backwards. They're actually kind of competent. Surprise, surprise. That's all 300 opals. Yeah, we found somebody.
Hey, Dal, how are you?
Yeah, good. And what about you?
Let me guess. Rex was worried about me again?
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't he a sweetheart? Well, I better get home so he stops fretting.
Righto then.
By the way, I found this on the way. Want it?
So I did kind of glitch up. There's another gear that I completely missed because I fell. Ty's glide saves the day. Camera less so. Yeah, the area up here is actually very thin. It's very easy to overjump and miss it. So I am now missing a gear in a BILBY, I believe. I know where that one is. And these three are just the collection ones, one of which I'm about to get. So somewhere there's a gear and somewhere there is a BILBY. The question is, where have we missed these things? We'll have to look around and see. I think I know where one of them is, at least. There's the opal thunder egg! Could just climb back up and use the warp to get back to Rex. But I'm gonna see if I can pull off getting out of the shark area without alerting a shark like I did last time. So I'm aware the sharks actually aren't killable with the aqua rings. Anyways, if this fails miserably, you'll just see how annoying the sharks actually are. Yep, just hug the dirt like that and they can't actually get to you. You still need to go through the shark cages if you need the opals, but if you're trying to get in or out fast, it's a good way to do it. Let's see here. I think the last thunder egg is around here somewhere. Once I get that, we'll see about racing Rex, and we'll see if we can find that BILBY I missed. And the gear. This is weird. Where are you? Oh, I think she's over this way. Yeah, she's over here somewhere. There she is.
Oh, dearie me. My sweet little angels have wandered off exploring. Now I can't find them anywhere. Please, can you help me?
So we need to find her 8 babies that are around here somewhere. This is not very hard because they're all in the main section. As you can see, they all glow purple like she did. So we just need to swim around and find where the little babies are. And this is one reason why I like clearing out the enemies in this area.
Thank you.
There is a cute little little catch to the babies, though. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you pick one up, they physically follow Ty. We have a little conga line of baby seahorses. You can take them back to the mom at any point. So I like getting all 8 before I do that. It does bank them, but I don't think you can actually lose them through any way. Maybe if you get hit by something, but I killed everything, so there's nothing to hit me. Woohoo! 2 more to find somewhere around here. Back to Rex. Obviously they're only in the water, they won't be anywhere on the islands or anything because they're seahorses. So like I said, if we come back to Mom...
My babies! But where are the others?
She'll ask us that, and the babies we had will stay with her. Need to find where the other 2 are. Okay, so since they're purple outlined, they're actually quite easy to see even from a distance. Just kind of have to find the right area for them. Also, yes, little seahorses are the most adorable things. And Ty is a pretty fast swimmer. I'm more amazed he's this fast after learning how to do it just, like, half an hour ago. Here's one.
Yeah!
Oh, my little doll. Now, where's the other one? There's the other one. Let's go back to Mom. Mom is following this little reef here. Come, little seahorses, come with Ty. He will take you.
My babies. My precious babies. Thank you so much, little orange fish creature. How can I ever repay you? Hey, I know. You can have this sparkly rock I found in the sand.
All right.
Rex. I'm actually going to have to concentrate on this race because it's actually kind of hard. So,
So, Ty, are you up for a race? See if you can keep up.
just as you can probably guess, you're not going to keep up with Rex in that water. those gears really convincing ground. He's a good swimmer, but not so good on land.
You little ripper, you fair dinkum beat me. I've trained you well, mate. My swimming coach gave this to me when I first beat him in a race. Now I want you to have it.
Rex is sweet.
Gee, thanks, mate.
Cool!
Okay, I am actually completely out of time, so I will find the last gear and the last Bilby on my own. And when we get back, we'll explore Rainbow Cliffs and turn in the gears. So we'll do some neat stuff.